terrible idea.
All right. So again, this is Tyler Toby Townsend, and I'm here with
Justin,
and his wife,
Amanda.
So she's going to be chiming in every once in a while, she says, but we'll probably get a lot more out of her than she wants.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
see.
definitely.
So, in this podcast, we'll go over. Justin Lee is a really good friend of mine. We've been friends for a long time. Friend is I use very loosely. He's an interesting person. He's an acquired taste for sure. So we'll see how you guys feel about him as well. But yeah, so we'll do gym updates first. I'm not really working out right now. I'm taking some time off, and I'm starting again the 1st, which is what, fucking Monday. So I'm starting again the 1st. That includes new diet, new workout, new workout partner as well. I'm going to be working out with Justin Genter. I'm going to try and get him on this podcast as well. But big old fuck of a dude, man. He's huge. He's like 6'4" or some shit, probably about 300 pounds ish. He's a big guy, but he's an amateur strongman. So hopefully I can help him out a little bit, and he can help keep me consistent. So that's what that's for. So Justin, what do you do to stay fit?
Well, God, when we first met, I was fat.
So was I, dude.
I mean, we were both fat. I mean, we were stealing cheesecake and steaks and whatever we could get our hands on.
Oh, yeah.
God, I was pushing. I think my heaviest was 307, 308. And I'm right around 219, 220 right now. All been like in the last 18 months, just eating less. Really, I mean, that's really it. Is eating less. And instead of eating 3 pieces of pizza, it's 1 piece of pizza. It's just, it's portion control. That's all it is. Trying to be more active. I mean, we will occasionally work out. And by workout, you know what I mean, Amanda, right? We burn more calories in the bedroom than we do in the gym. So, but probably since last August, down 65 pounds.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but I need to start building muscle. I'm weak as shit.
He's
Yeah,
getting
you
saggy.
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
What's sagging? Nothing's sagging.
That's new info. That's hot.
I'll strip down right now. I'm not sitting there. Nothing's
So,
sagging.
actually, speaking of sagging, we were talking about this yesterday. I started this whole fitness journey bullshit because I was almost 300 pounds. This is like almost 10 years ago. And I was pissed at myself. I was huge. Like, no muscle mass whatsoever, just fat. And I lost like 50 pounds in 3 months. And then I started like, my skin was all stretchy and fucking gross. And I was more mad because I was like, I'm like uglier now than I was.
Yeah.
I should have just stayed fat.
Yeah, fat would be fine.
Yeah,
Saggy is weird.
Some toning would be great right now.
Right.
I'd be happy with some toning.
Right, so I decided to fill it with muscle. Found out I'm actually pretty fucking strong. Got a coach and started getting strong.
Yeah.
Entered a competition and I fell in love with the sport.
Can I build muscle on my little bicycle in there that I have? Or my treadmill?
Cardio's not really going to build you that much muscle.
You're right. And the bedroom's not going to build you any muscle, right?
No, maybe work on your cardio in there, your flexibility a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe hopefully your hygiene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my hygiene's great.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's what I hear.
Cleaning my ears.
Yeah, your
That's
ears
the
are
only thing
fine.
you clean.
Okay, so I know you play a lot of soccer.
Soccer.
We're both pretty into soccer.
Softball. Soccer and softball, really. Yeah.
You any good?
Oh, of course.
Yeah?
I'm good. Yeah, both. Better at soccer than softball.
He's still new at softball.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
good at softball.
He likes to bench himself because he knows he sucks.
I fill the team with good players so I can coach.
And then if he does go in, it doesn't really affect.
It's not a
it.
game changer?
Yeah.
But I can hit. I can get on base. Usually I can hit. But I didn't. Yeah, I don't play on the field.
I was going to offer when you were like, we need a person for softball, but I played baseball for quite a few years. I'm pretty fucking decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hit.
I just
I
hate
can catch
the
the
game. Like, I cannot watch a fucking baseball game. Like, it's so boring. It's like you're just staring and they're doing kind of a thing, kind of thing, and they hit the ball and everybody goes fucking nuts, and then all of a sudden
Like twice
then
a
it's
day.
done, and you're like,
It's an emotional roller coaster.
it's ridiculous.
It is, yeah.
I like action. I
I'll
love
play
soccer.
catcher. I'll play catcher.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Unless you don't have to do anything.
I have to make sure the ball gets back to the pitcher so the game can
catching
continue.
sucks because you're just like
Up,
knelt
down,
down
up,
the whole
down.
time.
Hurt your knees.
Yeah.
Not in softball. You get to stand up next to the umpire. It's great.
Really?
Yeah, you just wait for the ball to bounce to
Yeah,
you.
they
and
don't
then
make you
pick it
kneel
up.
down.
Really?
It's
just
slow
stand
pitch.
there.
You just stand there and they just throw the ball at you.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Well, what do you do to stay fit?
Oh God.
Well, same thing I just told you.
Sex. Right.
But the kids.
I try to play soccer still, but it's hard with 2 kids now.
How old are your kids?
Jackson is 3
Okay.
and Addie is 1.
Yeah.
So they keep me busy.
And they are active.
They're nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, super active. But when I can, I try to play soccer. It's just hard to find the time. I was on a team, I don't know, 6 months ago. But it was like an hour drive, and it was too much. So.
Yeah.
You drive an hour, you play a 45-minute game, and then you drive an hour home.
So it was just tough.
Yeah.
That was tough, but I eat like shit, so that needs to change.
Well, you're not horribly overweight, so you're doing all right there.
I think I'm considered obese.
I think everybody's considered obese. I'm considered morbidly obese, and I'm stronger than 99% of human beings. So I'm not upset
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
true.
I mean, I'm definitely, this is the fattest I've ever been in my life. I'm like 325, which was a week ago. I could be up to 330.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
Pizza and pasta.
Pizza, pasta, fucking
Yeah.
meat.
Yeah.
I like meat. I'm not a big fan of vegetable. I love salad.
You don't eat vegetables?
I'm not really. I'm just not a big fan.
Yeah.
I try,
They
but
have to be cooked right.
I do. Yeah, yeah.
That's definitely, yeah.
Well, right now all I have a time for is like frozen ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I just don't have time to sit here, cut them all up, do
Right.
this, do that. Like, it was nuts. I mean, for that pasta sauce I made, I did a mirepoix for it to start it off and shit. Like, so,
I don't
and
know
I
what
cut
that
all
is.
that by hand. It's carrot, celery, and onions,
Oh.
but like 2 pounds of each.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it was like fucking. How many gallons was it? Like 21 gallons of pasta sauce I made? It was fucking crazy, dude.
That is nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, her go-to is, a couple bags of popcorn before bedtime. But she'll come in.
Couple?
She'll fill a mixing bowl of popcorn.
It's just one bag.
She'll fill a mixing bowl of
But
popcorn.
then this is the key to perfect popcorn.
Okay.
Okay. Pop your popcorn. You put like a third of it in a mixing bowl. You melt like, maybe,
Pound of butter.
no, like 1 or 2 teaspoons of butter.
Okay.
You melt it. Drizzle the butter over the first third of the popcorn. Put some salt. Shake it up. Put more popcorn on top of that. Drizzle more butter, more salt.
Fat and salt.
Shake it up, and then you top it off with the rest of the bag.
Yeah.
Finish up the butter and the salt. Shake it all together. Oh, so good.
So we actually got one of those little Costco
So good.
popcorn makers. You know the ones where like you just put it in, you put the lid
Yeah.
Oh,
on.
little
it comes
shoe.
with like the oil and the.
Well, it's not even oil. It's like just hot air,
Oh.
and
It
so it
has a
sits
little
there and like
chute.
shoots them up, and then
Yeah.
they like pop into the bowl
I've never
when they
seen that.
pop. It's like $25. I'm
Yeah.
fucking into
Yeah,
it.
that's old school. That's OG popcorn maker right
So
there.
I bought it for since it was like $25. I bought like 6, and then I bought like 4 at-home s'mores makers,
Ooh, there
and
you
then
go.
some cutting boards. They're all like home gifts.
Yeah.
Like gifts for people when they purchase homes and shit. So
Yeah.
like,
Well, that's smart.
I like it. I thought it was fucking cool.
That'd be a cool gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something I doubt many people have.
What do you get? What do you get when you sell my house? Am I getting a popcorn maker?
Well, we'll see. We're gonna have to sign a listing contract first,
I'm
and then
getting a
I'll,
popcorn maker. I'm going with someone else.
you can have whatever you want, sir. You can get a blowjob if you'd like.
I'll find something of value. I need out of you.
Yeah, I know you're fucking. I know you.
Get
Yeah.
my house landscaped or something. Like something.
Oh, like last time?
Or
Did
something.
you pay for that for last time?
Yeah,
I paid for everything.
I paid for all of
I
it.
didn't pay for shit.
Yeah, I also had to up the percentage to make sure it made sense.
Right.
So,
He was early in his career. I was giving him I was his start. I gave him an opportunity.
whatever. Yeah, but I'm in the back fucking throwing down mulch and shit. Like, it was bad, dude.
Yeah.
And then I had to, pick up an engine that your renters left behind and throw it in the back of my fucking truck.
Yeah.
It sucked.
That's before you were strong.
No, I was pretty strong then too, but not where I am now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
That was right before COVID. That whole thing was a blessing in disguise.
It really was, man. I don't know what you were thinking renting
A brand new house.
a brand new house, but like
Doing it ourselves.
renters suck, man. It's such bullshit.
But what? 2 months later, the world shut down because of COVID. Like if those people would have been in that house and that would have all went down, they would have camped in my house for the next 2 years.
Yep.
If we wouldn't.
And there would have been nothing you could do about it.
Yeah.
That would have been shit.
So even though I know I could have made $100,000 more,
That's if you were able to get the renters out. Without
if I
them.
could get the rent.
Right.
And they fucked it up already.
Yeah.
Right. Imagine, and that was only like a couple months of them living there.
Yeah.
They weren't there that long, and they did a lot
They'd
of
have burnt that motherfucker to the ground.
That would have been fine with me.
Well, then they probably wouldn't have done
The
that.
insurance money would have been okay with me.
Better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, that's how a man stays fit.
Sex.
Butter, salt, sex, popcorn.
Boom.
In whichever order.
Yeah.
In whichever order, yeah.
Yeah.
Typically popcorn and then sex, but you know,
Nice.
sometimes
You
other
picking
way around.
kernels out of her teeth while you're making out with her?
Yeah, and her fingers are still kind of greasy
Ooh, nice.
from the popcorn.
Yeah. Hopefully not too salty. That might get grainy.
Yeah.
That could
hurt.
burn.
That would hurt, yeah.
Yeah.
You got any sores down there? She might get some
Yeah.
salt on them.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ouch.
Her hands are slippery. She can't even pick up the TV remote after she's done eating popcorn.
Damn, that's a lot of
I
popcorn,
use a
bro.
napkin. God.
Jesus, that's a lot.
I'm not an animal.
It's all right. I'm not judging you. I like shit. I like popcorn too. We have like butter powder
Ew.
for our popcorn. Have you ever got that?
Yeah,
No.
I've got the white cheddar powder.
It's pretty
Is that like
fucking
what they
good.
sell at the movie theater?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's tasty as shit.
it's just not the same.
I guess.
I've been making popcorn that way forever.
Mm-hmm.
I can't change it.
Yeah.
Well, are you doing like pan popcorn or are you
No,
doing?
just in the microwave.
Oh, the little
Just
bags.
a bag, yeah. Mhm.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
Well, so let's hit Justin here. So Justin is an amazing chef. So I like to explain this too when I bring you up. I do talk very well about you.
Which is surprising.
Well, until the end where I'm like, but he is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I do end it with that just about every time.
Yeah. But it's filled with love and
It is filled with
sincere comments in between there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to culinary school. This guy went to culinary school. There's a huge difference between us. I think sous chef is probably the highest I'd want to go because I'm not writing you a menu. I'm not. I hate doing orders. I'll do fucking produce, all that other shit. I'll do what I have to. But I want to be in the kitchen. I want to be cooking. I want to be on the line. I want to be expo. I want to do all that shit, right? Whereas, like, you create some of the best food I've ever put in my fucking mouth, right? Some of the best menus I've ever seen. And you showed me that experience you do, or you were doing at Snoqualmie.
Yeah.
And that was fucking
Captivate.
nuts.
Captivate. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys look into Captivate, he created that whole
Yeah, that's
experience.
explain that.
Yeah, explain what Captivate is.
Yeah, Captivate. I wanted to do a dinner that was something that you can't get anywhere, basically in the United States. There's 2 places in the world that did something similar. One is in Spain, one is in China. Both 3-star Michelin restaurants. But wanted to basically have an interchanging dining room in between courses, something that was like every course, you put a course down in front of them, they'd eat it, they'd blindfold themselves for like 90 seconds, and the whole dining room would change in between each course. So the menu I wrote was based off like Pacific Northwest. I took 6 things, it was a 6-course menu. It took about 3 hours to get the 6 courses, 2.5 to 3 hours. It was, first course was rain. I had a coffee, because it rains a lot in the Northwest.
Right.
Coffee, Starbucks originated up here in Seattle, so I did a coffee course. Camping, big thing out here in the Northwest. Did the ocean. Then I did
The fair.
the state fair, and then I did like a blackout course. think is that 6? 5 or 6.
Blackout course was the.
I'll get to that one. I was
Okay.
like, that's how we finished that one. That finished up. So the rain course, so they'd walk into this like tunnel, and we'd start out in the pre-function, like it was like this like meeting area before we walked into the ballroom. And I'd walk out there and I'd tell them like, hey, like thanks for spending $400 a ticket on this dinner. We had a lot of like food influencers and stuff do it that got word of it, and they ended up coming out. A lot of like big wigs from Amazon, Boeing, they all came out and did it. But I'd go out there and I'd talk to them and say, hey, like just, they had no idea what the menu was. They just like, keep an open mind. I'm not going to give you anything weird. I'm not giving you worms, or I'm not giving you like crickets or anything weird. It's not going to be anything weird. Everything is something that you're going to be familiar with. Made sure there was no allergies, that kind of thing. But I just said, keep an open mind, have fun. It's supposed to be playful. So we'd walk in. I set the first course tone when we walked in. I said, this first course is called Rain. So they walked in. There was this big tunnel. It was all like, it was dark and it was eerie, and it was just like there was flashes of light to mimic light and sounds of thunder and lightning, and you could hear rain. So they'd walk down this dark tunnel, and they'd take a turn, and then they'd take another turn, and they'd walk into this dining room. And granted, this is only like 8 to 12 people max, because of how hands-on this, and I was only doing it by myself. I maybe have 1 or 2 helpers. That was it. But they'd walk into rain, and there'd be clouds, and we had these dry ice machines, and we just put this layer of clouds. You couldn't even see the floor, but it was like you were eating on a cloud. It was actually raining on the table. And then I had the first course, it was a salad, but it looked like it was growing off the plate. Like we had beets, and we had left the roots on, so the roots were like coming off all the plate, and had a bunch of root vegetable components in there for growing out of the ground. And then had a little vial next to it, and it was we had made coconut water raindrops out of it. You'd pour the raindrops over the top. So you could smell the rain, hear the rain, see the rain, feel like they could feel the raindrops like hitting the table. They were kind of not getting wet, but they could feel the raindrops. So they'd eat this course, and then I'd ask them to, hey, put your blindfolds on. You're going to be on your blindfolds for about 90 seconds. Then we transition into coffee, and the room would change completely. We'd have like bistro lights and the sounds of coffee. Everything while their blindfolds are on, they could hear people chattering like it's a coffee shop, and they hear the milk steaming and hear the coffee grinding and all this stuff. And I'm shooting, I had this like big old, it's called a flavor blaster. You can look them up on Instagram, but I was shooting coffee smoke like 4 inches from their face. I was like a giant vape gun basically, and I'm just shooting this coffee smoke in their face. I could smell coffee, brewing coffee on the table. This whole course was based off of coffee. Did a coffee braised pork cheek, and I did a duck fat donut, and did all this like cool stuff like coffee and donuts, and this kept happening. We did the ocean course where they would get up and cut saltwater taffy out of these trees that we had made, Granny Smith apple taffy. They'd get up and cut it out of the trees, and it was a fish and chips course, but obviously not just fish and chips. So we go through all these courses, and the rooms kept changing, the sounds kept changing, the smells kept changing, and just by the time you get into the dessert course, they're like so into it. They're so into it because they just don't know what's next. Then they're in the blindfold thing is kind of like, well, what the fuck? Like right out of the bat, they're like, this is weird. But as you go on and on and on, they get more into it. So you get into the dessert course, state fair, you can hear like the rides, you can hear the tickets and the games and the little buzzers going off at the games, and you can smell kettle corn, you can smell fried Oreos, you can smell cotton candy, all this stuff, and you had the table decorated with like bottles and like ring toss and all this stuff and tickets but the blackout course was just candle lit. We had a couple candles in the corner of the dining room, everything else was black. You couldn't see anything. So and we ended up playing the Willy Wonka song.
Oh shit! The scary one?
No, not the scary one. What's it called?
The one where he like is floating up.
Yeah.
Like in the elevator.
I don't know.
Like at the end.
I don't know, but I mean, it was one of like the more like whimsical ones, not like some of those crazy songs, but everything was, you did everything with your hands. We did everything was in this black box, and They can't see, but everything, no silverware, but they felt like a sand. We did like a chocolate powder with tapioca maltodextrin. There was like these little, there was something that crunched. There was something that was cakey. There was something that popped. There was all these things that basically you're digging around in a sandbox.
Okay.
And every time they felt something, they just put it in their mouth. And it was something different. Like, oh, wow, that just popped. Like, it was like a fruit gusher, but it was like chocolate milk on the inside. There was like, different types of cake shredded up in there and different types of crunchiness. And so, yeah, that was it. I mean, but it was something completely different. And we sold out every single dinner. I mean, my Instagram page, I had one person post about it, and I woke up with 10,000 new followers the next day.
Jesus.
It was insane. I was like, I went and I had people messaging me about it. It was just crazy. But it was really fun, and people were always asking me to do it again, but it takes so much time. It's a very niche market that's into that can afford that kind of dinner. But
$100 a person is quite a bit.
it's a lot, but it's an experience that you can't just go walk in any restaurant and get. It's food that you're not going to get anywhere. It's an experience you're not going to get anywhere else. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. A lot of work. The team probably hated me for doing it because the servers, there's like 9 or 10 servers like making the room change all around us, and they're.
Well, they probably get tipped out pretty well.
It's like, yeah, they were, but I mean, it was just a lot of work. It was a lot of work, but we had a lot of fun doing it. But yeah, I mean, that's the kind of stuff I like to do. Just gives people something new, something think about food differently.
Yeah, last time I was up here, maybe not the last time, was your guys' wedding. Last time I was up here, but the time before that was you training these kids for the Junior Olympics for culinary, right?
Yeah, it was not Junior Olympics. It was the National Pro Start Invitational, but
Nice.
yeah, they won the state competition. I met this team.
This is still food, by the way.
Still food.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
food, yeah. Yeah, I met this team at the state competition 2 years ago. I was judging the competition at state. I said, man, God, I really want to get back into coaching, and it was fun judging. Don't get me wrong, I like judging, but the team that I wanted to lose won, and like it just didn't, I didn't want.
You
I was like,
wish
man,
losing against high school.
I was like, God, like these kids are, in my opinion, they were doing really terrible food. Like, they were just doing really terrible food. And I was like, man, if I just coach a team, because I coached a while back. Like when I first got out of culinary school, I was coaching a team in Oregon, same team I was on when I was competing. But it's like, God, from what I know now, the skills that I've acquired, I can take a team almost all the way to a national championship. So I met a teacher, Newport High School out of Bellevue, and connected with him. God, we didn't start till January. State competition was in March. And trained these kids for 8 weeks. And they ended up winning the state championship. And then in May, so when you win the state championship, one team from each state represents their state. So they go on, and there's 47 states there, I believe. 48 states there. And
that was in what, Baltimore?
that was in D.C., Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
So, while we were training, got to invite some guest judges. Tyler, you came up. We had Chef Shoda. He's on Top Chef. Matt Broussard, Flaky Salt Guy, or whatever you want to call him, is whatever 500,000 followers on Instagram, whatever.
Is the dude doing this?
No, that's Salt Bay.
Oh, Salt Bay.
No, but
right.
he just you can look him up. I think his Instagram account is a chef named Matt or something like that, or something. But a lot of people follow him. He's huge. So Brashoda and him came together, and were judged the kids before nationals. But we trained these kids for 8 weeks after state for nationals, and it's hard to get to nationals. It's really hard to get to nationals. But once you're there, the level of food just takes 10 steps up. Don't get me wrong, there's still some really shit food there. There's some really terrible schools. Like, how did you guys get to nationals? You shouldn't even be. I wouldn't touch that food with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, good God, that it's just awful. But I mean, they made it there. It just means that there's no one really taking the time to train them. You saw. I mean, I'm pretty tough on these kids, and I I had an awesome team, 5 guys that were just 100% committed, and highest Washington State had ever finished was 18th, wow. I believe, was in the country, and we finished 3rd, and we finished 3rd by 0.8 of a point. Like, that's how much difference it was. Like, when they had to really nitpick. But they did awesome. So I'm training another team right now. They're not as committed. There's some good kids on this team, but it's like they're not my guys from last year. Really, I wish they were. But yeah, I love teaching the kids to do it. It's a lot of fun, but my patience is tested. I love the guys last year. It's like trying to get all these high school kids when they got sports and boyfriends and girlfriends, and it's like, good God, you guys, like, you see these boys from last year come home with $50,000 in scholarship money from colleges all across the country, and you think that would be your motivation to show up for practice, and it's not. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I was coaching soccer, my son's team, and teenage boys fucking suck to coach. Like, they suck. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's hard. It's not hard to explain. If you've done it, or if you have teenage boys, you get it. You know, like, just imagine fucking 15 teenage boys all talking shit. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to listen. I'm here to help you. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, keep fucking off, right? Oh, you're mad that we're losing? Maybe you should show up to practice. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not that hard to do, man. But
yeah, you get to a point where it's like, you know what? You guys just let me know when you're all going to be at practice, and I'll be there. But like, I'm getting off of my job, my full-time job. I have a wife and 2 kids at home. I could go home and spend time with them.
Right.
But I'm coming here to hang out with you assholes for the next 2.5 hours, and you're not even all here to coach. So, yeah, it's frustrating. So I got to the point this last, like, month where I'm just like, you know what, guys, I'll be there when you're all there. Until then, I'm not wasting my time. I'm not going to coach half the team there. Half the team's not going to be here. So, yeah. But we'll see. We got another state competition coming up March. I'll be living somewhere else then, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Well, before we hit that last inch of the part here, let's head backwards. Mm-hmm. So, how did all this start for you? Culinary in general.
Culinary school. So I started early. I was 14 years old. 15. I was a freshman in high school. Started washing dishes at a egg house on the U of O campus down in Eugene, Oregon, called the Glenwood. I spent my freshman and sophomore year there just washing dishes until they finally let me cook on the line. That's where I learned to flip eggs, learned how to make home fries. It was hangover food for the college students. It was voted best hangover breakfast in Eugene, year after year.
That's funny. Still
a good restaurant. I think it's closed down now. I think they may have one, but it's not what it was. Different owners, and it's not. They don't have the one on the U of O campus. I think is gone. But so after that, I went to culinary school, got a soccer scholarship to Southwestern Oregon. Went to Oregon Coast Culinary Institute. While I was there, I was training a team in Oregon. Same team, same kind of program that I'm coaching now. But also competing myself. I tried out and made Culinary Team USA for the ACF. It was the youth team that trained for the Culinary Olympics. Did that. And then moved to Bend because I wanted to snowboard. After I did the whole Culinary Team USA, I moved to Bend. I was like, let's go snowboard. That sounds fun. Found out that it was so seasonal and didn't want to be there anymore. I'd only spent 1 year in Bend and then moved to Portland. Took the job right out of the gate. That's where I met you at the Nines.
That was your first job in Portland?
Yeah, right when I moved. So I took 2 jobs right out of the gate.
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I took 2. I kind of bit off more than I can chew when I first moved to Portland. I was like, man, I just want to dive right in. So from 10 or 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. I was working for the Trailblazers doing their Sphere Club. And then from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. I was at Urban Farmer with you doing overnight graveyards. Did that. Took my first sous chef job at the Crystal with Andreas.
I liked him.
Yeah, me too. I need to call him before he. Those Greek guys, they'd live forever.
Oh yeah, he'll never.
They ain't gonna die anytime soon. So
They do age hard.
Yeah,
but they don't die.
I need to call him. Yeah, we should call him soon. But I went there, sous chef there for a little while. Went back to the same company that owns Urban Farmer. Went to the original.
Did you work at the original?
I couldn't.
Because he fucked up his chance. It was all owned by
I didn't fuck up my chance. That Chris was a fucking prick.
Yeah.
So what happened is at Urban Farmer, I put in my 2 weeks, and I said, hey, I was going to the Zeus Cafe with you, and I was like, okay, this is my 2 week notice and whatever. And
is this the one where you only did it verbally? It wasn't written.
Yeah. So I get to the day of my last day, and he's like, it doesn't count because you didn't write it down. And I'm like, fuck you, dude. So I just left.
Yeah, they were all owned by, it was all managed by Sage Hospitality.
So then that was like, okay, you can't work.
So technically I short-timed them.
Yeah.
Even though I filled my 2 weeks.
verbally said your 2 weeks.
Right, and that was the thing. If you would have told me then, I'd have just written it down for you.
Right.
Yeah.
But he did that shit on purpose.
He did you dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I spent some time at the original. Went from the sous chef at the original for a while. I got it in there. I went to Cinetopia, which you followed me there too. I started out at the Vancouver Mall location,
which I ended up taking over.
So they offered me the executive chef job at the Progress Ridge location. I went over there and I spent a couple years there before taking the executive chef job for the Portland Timbers at Center Plate. Spent 4 seasons there, 5 seasons, something like that.
What?
Yeah, it was like 20.
It was like 2.
No, it was 2015,
for a while,
2015 to 2018 till we moved.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 4 seasons.
Oh,
3 or
dang.
4, yeah.
I thought it was like 2.
Yeah. And then, after the Portland Timbers, I traveled around, did some corporate executive chef stuff where I was just traveling around doing. God, I was gone 3 weeks at a time. I was in Orlando and doing Washington D.C. and I go to Vegas, did Super Bowl, did Detroit International Auto Show, went up to Canada. I was just traveling nonstop, and then that's when I took the job at Snoqualmie Casino and was there for 6 years, almost 6 years.
Longest you stayed anywhere, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I loved it at the casino. I just recently left there, so but yeah, the tribe's good. It was good to me, and I got to be creative, got to do Captivate, got to do all these crazy ideas that they just let me be me. They just let me come, like, they come to me and be like, hey Justin, we want one of your ideas. They like bypass all the other chefs and just, not to say the other chefs aren't good, but when they wanted creativity, they came to me. And I like that. I like that they put the trust in me.
That's one of the things I was explaining, because there's cooks, there's sous chefs, and then there's definitely chefs, right? Like, I mean, I could do one of those competitions, the black box competitions.
Yeah.
I'd make you some food. Sure, it'd be fine.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I would be done before everybody, because I'm fucking fast in the kitchen. I'm fast. I'm clean. And efficient. I'm very efficient, but he's gonna take fucking 6 minutes to peel each carrot.
Right, and shape it a certain way.
And put one fucking carrot on each plate with some fucking pork chop and some weird sauce.
But it's gonna look beautiful, and it's a fucking
he's gonna
carrot.
just destroy it.
Yeah.
They're gonna forget I was there.
Right.
Yeah. But
you said that in like the most like basic form. I would not take 6 minutes to peel any carrot. I just want to say that.
Fuck that. I that is literally almost a direct fucking...
One carrot?
Dude, we had carrots down in, what was it, Zeus Cafe. I was doing prep. And you came down to help me peel carrots. And I had to show you the right way to fucking use the peeler I was using. And then you're just sitting there like, one peel at a time. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know why? You want to know why? I was paid by the hour then. That's why.
Well, but still, don't piss me off helping me peel carrots. I have like 6 carrots down to your 1 every time, and I'm like losing my mind watching you peel this one fucking carrot.
That's funny.
Not my proudest moments.
Yeah.
I mean, but I taught you a lot at the Urban Farmer. I taught you.
I don't know how
Have
much
you
I
learned a
learned.
lot from Justin or no? Not
No.
really?
Well,
You
so
have.
I learned a lot, I would say, in the ways of like getting jobs, right? So he was always, no matter what, I feel like he's always looking
Yeah.
for a better opportunity.
Me?
Yeah. I feel like you're always...
None of them I guess up until Snoqualmie I was. Like, up until Snoqualmie I was. Like, this...
Well, how quickly he moved up
Yeah.
blew my fucking mind. Blew my mind. So as
Yeah,
soon as I got
happened
that
quick.
sous chef job at Cinetopia, I wouldn't take anything less than being sous. And that was nice until fucking Ringside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my fuck. Mm-hmm. I hate it. So the chef that was there was one of those, I think we had this conversation, right?
Yeah.
So he's one of those chefs who comes in and fixes your restaurant.
He's a consultant.
He's a consultant,
Yeah.
right? So he's there when I get there. And we're doing fucking great. It's like, it's been open for like 50 years. It's beautiful fucking steaks, potatoes. Like, it's just old people food.
Yeah, right.
But it is expensive and it's worth it.
And it's good.
Then this fucking asshat comes in and I found out, because we're like, why are you even here?
Right.
His wife was one of the owners, which is how he got that job. And then now he's trying to do gastronomy on the menu. And I'm
And
like,
just
dude,
change it all.
this isn't going to work. Like,
Yeah.
you're insane. Like,
You're going to lose everybody.
this is steak and potatoes. It's on a golf course.
Yeah.
These people are all 50 plus.
Ringside's on a
Like,
golf course?
the one on Endover Golf Course. That's the one I worked on.
Oh, okay.
That was on the east side.
Yeah, because they have 3.
There's one on Burnside, right?
Yeah, that's the big one.
That's the
and then they
OG
have a
one.
fish house.
Yeah.
Oh,
They did. I think they only have the steakhouse now, the original.
Yeah.
But
COVID did that.
because I fucking told him that, like, it's not going to work. He brings out another sous from San Francisco. This dude's living in his ADU on his property, and he's also a prick. He's very, like, he's what I would expect from, like, a San Francisco kitchen.
Right.
Just kind of an uppity asshole, you know? So it wasn't a prick directly to me to be a dick. He
Right.
was just a
He
fucking
was just
prick.
a prick.
But the chef, dude, I did this one thing. I did like a pomegranate balsamic glaze on this pork chop, and I spooned it out, and then I took a toothpick, and I'm like, wee, right? Like making little lines.
Trying to make it pretty.
I'm trying to make it pretty. And he comes over, he's like, what is this, the fucking 70s? I'm like, I'm the only one trying. So will you just, like, if you want something different, tell me what to do. You know, don't be a fucking asshole
Right.
because I love my job and I'm trying to fucking have a good time here. Like, what's wrong
Trying
with
to
you?
make my plate pretty.
I learned from Barry. You remember Barry? He taught me a lot about being in management. And the only reason I say that, he wasn't the best cook. He wasn't the best manager. He wasn't the best person. But the thing that stuck with me the most was when you're in management, your first job is to teach.
Right.
That's what your job is. If you can't teach, you shouldn't be there.
Right.
But I had to learn how to teach, and learning how to teach made me 100 times better. And it was a really good experience. But I put in my 2 weeks. He threatened to blackball me in Portland because he had a lot of influence if I short-timed him. And I was like, why would I put in a 2 weeks if I'm going to
If I'm
short-time
trying
you?
to... right.
It's a kitchen.
Right.
Nobody puts in their 2 weeks.
Right.
So I did that, and then 6 of the dudes on the line ended up leaving
Oh, really?
because he threatened to blackball me.
Oh,
Because they were just sick of his shit.
Yeah.
He came in just being a pompous asshole.
Yeah.
So he lost his main steak guy,
Yeah.
his fry cook, and then like one of his main sautés as well.
Yikes.
And they all left when I did. So
That'll happen.
yeah, I mean,
That's
you're a
what he
piece
is.
of shit.
Yeah.
These guys are great.
Yeah.
They can go anywhere and get a job,
Right.
and they did not put in their 2 weeks.
They just up and left.
They waited for my last day, and we all left.
They all left the same day
Yeah.
as you.
I was pretty.
Probably
it was
with
like
a big middle finger.
it was one of my proudest moments, to be honest with you, because I worked with these guys. I taught
Yeah.
them as much as I could.
Yeah.
Because like I'm saying, I'm not a chef, right?
Right. But you know
But
what you're doing.
I cook like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I can run a line
Yeah.
like nobody's business, dude. So the fact that they left with me was just
That
like,
says a lot.
yeah, it was a big deal.
That makes
Yeah.
you proud.
I was
It's
very
like
proud.
proud papa moment.
Yeah, and not to mention, it wasn't like the dishwashers. It was real dudes
It
on
was
the
real
line.
dudes.
Yeah,
People
like,
that mattered.
It
yeah.
wasn't the dish.
They all lined up
Dishwashers
jobs.
matter.
Well, I'm saying dishwashers matter, but the people that get the food out, like,
Yeah.
if you can't get the food out, I mean, I've been in kitchens that they'll just let the dishes stack up, and then this line cooks will wash them at the end of the night after they're done cooking.
It's
Just because
feasters
there hasn't been there wasn't any dishwashers. But for those guys, I mean, steak guy, hard to find. Saute guy, really hard to
and
find.
we're talking like 1.5 inch steaks minimum. You're telling me
Yeah.
a dude who can cook those right?
Yeah.
That
That's
guy
hard.
was fucking amazing. Like I
It was
could
all
do the
flat
steaks.
top.
Yeah, it was flat top too.
Yeah.
So I can do steaks, but that guy's accuracy was nuts compared to mine. Like I'm probably getting, I want to say, I don't want to be egotistical, but 85 to 90% correct on my steaks. Right when I'm sending them out.
Right.
This dude, like, I
Never.
never even touched his steaks. I didn't have to. I've never had one setback ever. He was just
Yeah.
fucking amazing. So.
Yeah.
But I love that job too. Is the first time I ever was just a suit, like a real suit. I'm on the other side of the I prepped all day, 80, 90 hour weeks.
Yeah.
Every time I'm there from open to close because I'm on salary,
Right.
right? I was making like $45,000 a year.
Hell yeah.
It was fucking terrible, dude. And then, but I was prepping, cooking all fucking day. But dinner time, I'm on the other side of the line.
Yeah.
I'm expo. I got my vinegar napkin, and I'm just wiping plates, screaming at people all day. I lost my voice like the first week I was there, and then just it almost never came back.
God, I cannot believe how low salaries were.
45K, and that was pretty good pay there. That was pretty good pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I took the executive chef at the Timbers, they offered me like 57 or 58.
Jeez.
That was insane.
I had to fight for that 45. You were the main reason I fought for the 45.
Used me as leverage.
Not as leverage, as like my own like example. I know I'm good. I know I
Yeah.
ran Cinetopia's line.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking, what was it, like 8-person line at that one?
Yeah.
It was insanity.
Yeah, I always tell people, like, you'll never find a busier restaurant than Centopia.
It was insane. And then
Just
one
'cause
time
So it was just calling.
It's the only restaurant where 1,000 people can come in and sit down all at once.
because they're coming in for a movie.
Yeah.
And some of those theaters were seating 400 people.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
they were some
It's
big...
that busy.
Oh yeah. And then we had one day, Gordon was a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
He came into my restaurant one time. He would just kind of float, right? He'd be in a restaurant one time. He came across on the other side of the line, tried to fight one of our fucking guys, the burger guy. I'm like, can you fucking leave him alone? Like, yeah, he's kind of a dick, but like, you don't need to come all the way around here because he was running expo because we were fucking busy.
Mm-hmm.
He comes over, tries to start a fight with this dude, screams and yells at everybody on the line, person by person, nose to nose.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, this isn't Top Chef, bud.
Right.
This is Cinetopia. Chill the fuck
We're
out.
working at a movie theater.
But they all quit. I have no idea. I
Right.
show up, I'm prepping.
And you got
No
no
one
one
is
there.
showing up. It's Avengers weekend.
Oh, God.
No.
So now I'm so slammed, I can't even pick up my phone.
Right.
I had to call, you remember Appy? Cameron?
Yeah.
He wanted the Susef job, and I got it. But he came in. He's a great dude. He really is. He was a good cook, too. But it was me and him running the line on Avengers weekend. 2 people.
Just 2 people.
On an 8-person line. He did sandwiches and the fryer. And I did everything else. Burgers, saute, like all of it. Salad.
How did you guys do
They
that?
did.
dredging, their own chicken tenders, everything.
We didn't. We had a stack like this, the entire rack full.
I mean, were people taking an hour to
They
get
were
their food?
they were done with their movie before we had their food out.
Yeah.
For some of them, they ended
No
up coming
shit.
back and then he came in like a couple days later and fired me.
Because of that.
It was one of the reasons. Yeah, he
But
didn't.
like,
actually,
that's not your fault.
well, he's like, you should have stopped and called people. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with all these orders? No one else. I was the only one.
Not
there.
only was there the theater, there was a
There was a restaurant too.
Brutopia or Bar.
No, it was a Cinetopia one. It was the nice.
No,
one.
I know, but it was like there was a big restaurant right outside the theater too. It was
Yeah.
like,
It was like wine and
That's
fucking.
wild.
It sucked, dude. It was terrible.
yeah.
But-
I mean that place, man.
So we're in there. Do you remember
Scarred
who
me.
was the manager? You remember him, right? That really nice white guy with the
His
curly
name
hair.
was, Brian.
Brian.
Yeah.
I think so. But he was a sweetheart of a guy.
Yeah.
He has to be in there because I'm being fired.
Because he ended up coming to where I was at.
Yeah. So we're talking about the same guy. So he's in there because I'm about to get fired, and I knew what was happening as soon as I went in.
Right.
You got another manager. I'm like, shit. And she was like, yeah, I'm
Howdy.
firing you. And
It
I'm
was
like,
the
okay.
redhead, right? The redhead took over.
I don't remember who took over. But I'm like, all right, so, okay, well, tell me what I did wrong.
Right.
And he's like, I don't have to because of Washington State. I'm like, look, I'm not trying to fight for my job. I'm
Right.
actually
I just
okay.
want to know, yeah.
I would just like to get better.
Right.
So if you could just tell me like what I could improve on, I'd appreciate that. He's like, I don't have to, so I'm not gonna. And
What
I'm
an
like,
asshole.
you're a piece of shit. No wonder,
Right.
no wonder nobody stays.
Right.
Like you're
Yeah.
a real
You
fucking
can't just
asshole.
treat people like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just a
that's
terrible
some
human
shit.
being.
That's what sucks about Washington is they can do that.
Yeah, but like, why?
Right.
Who are you helping?
Right. Absolutely.
I'm gonna
nobody.
keep cooking. Like, who are you helping?
Yeah.
And then Tim at Feast, he was a piece of shit too. He didn't like me very much, but again, that was my first sous chef job, and the Cinetopia was my second one.
Yeah, it's hard going from a kitchen like. Wait, did you go from Feast to Cinetopia?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
And then I went to fucking Ringside. Actually, I went to Pombiche, which is Cuban, and they got rid of me because I wasn't vibing with the owners very well. Because they were giving beers to my guys on the fucking line while we're working. I got upset because I'm like,
You're gonna get my guys drunk.
well, what I did is I went to the chef. I was like, hey, I knock on his door. He turns around, and I'm like, hey, dude, these guys are drinking on the line. What the fuck? And he goes, and he pushes a beer aside, like
He's
behind a little
drinking too?
thing. I'm like, it's you. You're why they're drinking
Oh no.
during service. And
Yikes.
so after that, I ended up losing that job too. But I get fired a lot.
Always
I'm
just
quite a
call,
temper.
you always just call me.
Yeah, I'd call him because he's working at Timbers or whatever the fuck, and
Hey, I need a job.
yeah. So I do cook really well. I'm fucking fast.
I kept hiring him. I mean, it's,
Right. I just have a
he makes some. He can run a quesadilla cart like nobody business.
yeah. I ran that quesadilla cart hard. I fucking fixed that quesadilla cart. That was not running right.
Yeah.
That fat son of a bitch that was trying to run the quesadilla cart.
Yeah.
Who was that? He's still there. I guarantee it.
Brian Melton.
I don't know. I
Something
hated
like
him.
that. No.
The first day I go in there to prep, I pick the only spot available. I pull a cutting board, start cutting. This asshole's like 30 minutes late, comes over and tells me I need to move because that's his spot. And I'm like, what?
Doesn't get any easier than quesadillas. You got tortilla, you got cheese, you
Right.
got another tortilla.
Right. It's true.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Everyone wants to fight over that cart because it was the least amount of work.
Really?
Yeah. So
Oh, shit. Anyways,
yeah.
so you did all that.
Did all that.
Okay. Let's talk about Alex
Oh,
for a
man.
second. Sorry, Amanda.
No, you're good.
So this D-bag meets someone off Tinder, right? Was it Tinder or Plenty
One
of
of-
Fish?
I mean, one
Tinder.
of those.
Is it Tinder?
It was
Okay,
Tinder.
Tinder. He
Tinder.
meets this slut on Tinder, dates her for 6 months, and marries her. And I'm one of the groomsmen at his fucking wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, tell us about Alex, honey.
What about her? I mean, there's
Anything.
not much to say.
well, it was an interesting wedding. I ended up fucking on the staircase and in my truck. And that
You
one.
did?
you?
Yeah. Well, my wife was there at the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would hope.
She was super turned on, and she was like super
Weddings,
pissed off at him.
weddings do that to you.
This motherfucker is an executive chef. Ordered pizza for his fucking wedding.
You know what? I
I'm
was
still gonna throw that out.
I was marrying into a family full of alcoholics that didn't have any money.
Okay.
She didn't have no money, and guess what? The venue, and well, at that time I was the chef for the Timbers, right? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, chef
you
for
were
the Timbers.
Yeah, yeah.
I just left Centopia. I was making $55,000 a year, $57,000 a year, something like that. So I wasn't making major money,
Right.
and I had to pay for a wedding. The
I just
venue-
would have felt like the first thing you'd have worried about was the food over anything else.
Domino's it is.
you
It worked,
There
and
is-
it was fine.
when you got 2,000 for photographer, and you got 5,000 for a venue, and you got
People know how much a wedding
flowers, all this other shit like food. Food got budgeted.
costs. Yeah, but you're a chef.
I get it. I get it.
Cool. I could be a chef all day long, but you know what? It's free. Don't bitch.
It was free. Yeah, I had 2 whole slices. It was
Yeah,
good.
good.
It was good.
And I'm pretty sure you were here, what, last week or 2 weeks ago? You came home with fucking Domino's.
Yeah, I did. I don't dislike Domino's. I'm saying you were an executive chef and you had Domino's
at your wedding.
You know what? No shame in that.
Okay.
It was in the budget.
That's fine. and you should have spent less on that fucking wedding with that stupid woman.
You know what? I would have done at that time before inflation and Joe Biden. Yeah, we're going there.
Okay.
I would have went and done dollar McChickens and just got 200 of those. Everyone would have just gotten one of those. Maybe 200 McChickens, 200 small fries.
That probably would have been better than Domino's.
There was
I don't know. Domino's keeps them chicken, the McChickens and them
true.
fries.
They get
I'm just saying there was a way to go cheaper, and I went the high road with the pizza.
I appreciate that. I do. But at least, so how'd you meet Amanda? Are we going to go into that? Or?
We'll go into it.
Okay,
So
I know you want to.
I was the executive chef for the Timbers.
Yes.
Um,
Swinging your dick around.
no, I wouldn't say that.
He
You
was
were definitely
happily
swinging your
married.
dick around.
Happily married.
No, I meant at Timbers.
Yeah.
You definitely swung that dick around like.
Alex was coming to the games. I'd once in a while get tickets, and I'd get her in, and I ran into an old friend, a friend that I guess we were friends, kind of.
You guys were not friends. You freaking stalked
My mom
the shit out of her.
and her mom.
He wanted to have sex
It
with
was
her
the
forever.
maid of honor in our wedding. My
Yeah.
best friend.
Yeah.
We go way back. Anyway, so I run
He
into
stalked her.
I
He
run
still wants
into
her,
her
I'm sure.
after. No,
No,
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah. Good. Good. I appreciate that
He
answer.
does.
Run into her one day after work. Get off from the Timbers. I run into her, and I say, "Well, let's get together soon. Like, let's catch up." She was
Catch up.
She was with her. I didn't even talk to her, but I ended up giving them a tour of. The stadium. Her and Michaela. Her name's Michaela.
Yeah.
You remember Michaela?
Yeah.
So I
Pregnant
gave him a
one,
tour.
Yeah.
I gave him a tour, got him a little bit of like merch, got him some backpacks, whatever. And that was the end of it until my phone rang one day.
Michaela's like, look, this fucking asshole won't go away.
No.
You can have him.
My phone
Pretty much.
phone rang one day, and it was this one.
That's what I'm saying. She gave her your number.
She asked Michaela for my number.
Right. Oh.
Not like that though.
So I'm confused. I need some explanation because I've seen him in person.
Right.
I can see him and all of his not glory.
Right.
What like really compelled you to want any of this?
And this was
You were big at
300
that time
pounds.
too.
This was 300
So
pounds.
I need to
Justin.
know what
Well,
was
here's
it?
the thing. I didn't want him for a very long time. So I asked Michaela for his number.
Done. We
So-
can just stop there.
No, I need to know.
So
what's
I
going on
could
here.
say thank you for the Timbers backpack.
Because you can't just tell Michaela, "Hey, will you tell Justin thank you for me?"
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
a
it
lot.
would be nice to say it myself. Like, hey, that was awesome. Like, thanks for the backpack. Thanks for the tour. It's better when it comes from the person than, like...
It is, but that's a
Through
lot of effort. I feel like that's a lot.
It's not.
You really went the extra mile.
I did.
That's an extra mile.
It's-
You could have told
it's like an
Michaela to
extra
text
quarter
her,
of a
someone that
mile.
you
and that would have been plenty.
For someone
What
that you
is
have
that?
zero interest in,
See, that's what I'm talking about. He just puts this fucking Band-Aid right here.
it is my Band-Aid. But
Yeah.
we're in the middle of something right now.
Yeah.
And I will throw this Band-Aid away when we get up.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway.
Okay, so you call him to
So
thank him.
I text him a big thank you for the backpack, the tour, all that.
Was there titties involved?
No,
No.
nothing. He was happily married, I
Well,
thought.
happily. I don't know about all that shit. I met her. Yeah.
He married her for a reason. She had to have been good at something.
Was she good at anything?
Ugh,
He told me she was stinky.
she was.
Like her puss John? Or like everything?
Everything.
breath.
Armpit,
her
breath?
Yeah, her breath.
Yeah,
stunk.
she didn't have the nicest smile.
And her teeth kind of. I mean, you remember how bad my
remember.
teeth were. I mean,
Yeah.
they're a work in progress still, but they were a lot worse than this.
Yeah.
Your teeth were like sideways.
Yeah, hers
Yeah.
were like that. And
No, they
then
weren't.
she had like this.
Her teeth were fucked up, yeah.
You know those? You know, like when people's teeth like lose half their shine, and it's like half.
Oh, you get like the discolored white.
Yeah, they were like that, and it really throws you off. I don't know.
No.
She was not hot.
You told me she was kind of stinky.
I just admitted that.
So
Like-
breasts,
But like
armpits
everywhere
and
too,
pussy?
though.
No,
like BO.
armpits, not that. No, armpits were fine. Breath, rancid, and I mean,
Was the pussy terrible? I mean, smell wise, you don't have to say.
I
it
really
was good
can't.
at-
I can't remember honestly.
clown.
I mean,
You can be honest. I'm not
is
offended.
it as good as Amanda? No, not even close.
Yeah,
Not even
yeah.
close.
Okay,
Not
that's fair.
even
That's a
close.
good.
You don't have to.
Was there a summer's eve in the shower to clean down there like there is in our shower or in Amanda's shower? No, there was not ever.
Okay.
You know summer's
Okay.
eve?
Yeah,
You familiar with that?
yeah.
Yeah. She didn't use all that. She probably could have though.
Maybe should have.
Maybe she
Maybe
definitely should have.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyways, so back to our.
Anyway, so I text him thank you, and now that was my first mistake because that has now opened a line of communication.
Well, now I have your phone number.
Right, and he doesn't leave me alone. I get phone calls every day. I get text messages.
Okay, hold on. Are you answering them?
No, I ignore him for months. Once in a while, I'll answer and be like, dude, you're married. Like, I'm not interested. Like,
Wow.
yeah, I was adamant that, like, you're married. And he was like, but
were adamant for
I'm not
quite
in love
some
with
time.
her. And so we went and we hung out one time. We went to.
Which is his permission to get inside of you.
But we didn't.
Well, but that's what that
But
is,
that's-
just so you're aware.
yes.
Where'd we go?
Yeah.
We went to Montage, which is now closed, which
What
is
is
really
that?
sad.
What's Montage?
It
It
was
was-
that mac and cheese spot underneath the bridge.
Oh,
And
nice.
they wrap all your leftovers in like tinfoil animals.
Cool.
It was like famous in Portland. Anyway, we went there, and then we went back to, I think, my apartment. But like Michaela was there, my room, Michaela. Like, it wasn't just the two of us.
Did we sit in the car alone after montage?
I don't remember.
See, just for all the listeners, if Amanda does this giggle that's happening right now,
She's lying?
she's lying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I need to like use a lifeline,
I
right
just
now,
don't remember.
I'll use a lifeline around and call her mother. She will validate exactly.
I just don't remember. We didn't do anything that
Did you
day.
drink a
I
lot,
think
or
I
what's
put-
No,
happening?
I
no,
think
we
I
were
know.
sober.
Oh, so you were very.
I-
you chose to do
might
that.
have.
Hang out with him?
You chose to make out with him.
I didn't do that either.
I think I put my hand down her shirt.
You tried, but I stopped you because again, you're married, and I'm not gonna be a homewrecker. Turns out,
See,
maybe I was. I'm unsure. I only have his version
why
of
would
the
you go
story.
get mac and cheese with someone that was married? That's the real question.
Okay, so you know
As a
he's
fri-
married. You know
this
he's
is the
trying
thing,
to
though. We
fuck
have
you.
to go into
You
the
can't-
mac and
you're
cheese
not going
place.
as friends at that
But
point.
we go in and he goes, let me go in first and make sure I don't know anybody in here before I bring you in. Like, how fucked is that? That should have been a sign that I run away.
Can I just say you still went?
I know I didn't. I'm an idiot.
I mean that may be fucked, but someone still had mac and cheese.
I
feel
sure
like
did.
so.
Yeah,
And
you
it
did
was
have
good.
It was good.
But anyway, went back to my apartment. Nothing ended up happening. He just hung out for a little while, went home, and then I was like, all right, maybe I am a little interested.
But
But again,
why?
like, he's married.
That's what I need. I need to know why.
I asked myself
no,
that.
forget
still.
the married part. Why? Why?
Sometimes
Like,
I don't
she's-
know why.
She's smoking.
No,
She's
I'm
pretty
not.
good looking, dude.
Yeah.
She's a
Guys.
good looking person. Like I
Yeah.
mean, we'll post a picture of both of you guys
Yeah.
as the background for this thing,
Yeah.
and people
wedding
can.
picture.
I would like some comments on
Oh,
like,
God, guys.
dude, really? I'm gonna need a lot of those because that's what's gonna happen.
Maybe not as much now that I've lost some weight,
You're not.
but then.
I mean, you're not so hideous now, but just
But then-
everyone listening, he was way uglier
way uglier.
and fatter.
And fatter, yeah.
Like I still don't get it.
I don't get it either.
The first time we got introduced, the first time I met you, I was thinking he's paying her. There's no way she's here on purpose.
Oh, no.
I look at pictures from almost 8 years ago, and I'm like, I asked
He'll
myself the same
all the
thing.
time be like, why did you like me? I was
Yeah.
so ugly. There's more to people than that.
It wasn't money. I
but
wasn't
like
making
he's
any
also an
money.
asshole.
Yeah.
I don't know. But now here I am, fucking
He's a
married
real
and
prick.
2 kids.
He really is a real. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, so I feel like
But
me and
it's
your
like-
mother had this conversation, right? He is a fucking asshole
Right.
out the gate. continuously. I've known him for fucking what, over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's been an asshole the whole time.
Yeah. Right. Right.
But he's a good dude.
Like deep down, he is. Yeah.
He is.
You
He
are
tries.
good.
I
You
feel
care
like
about people.
he
even
hides
though
to
you
try.
how
Hides to try. Tries to hide it. Wow.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Trauma.
Like
I met his mother.
There is a genuine
I
side.
True.
have met his mother.
true. She's corrupted him.
There's scars.
He's definitely
There's
had to like
some deep scars.
do some
there.
trauma like protection here. I
I'm
get
still
that.
protecting my kids and my wife from my mom.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure that she doesn't get her claws into them.
Oh, speaking of, let's talk about your bachelor party for the first wedding.
Yes.
Do you remember that shit?
Yes.
I show up. We all show up at Cinetopia. We're there
Are
to
you
what did we
watching
watch
a
a
movie?
movie or some shit?
No, we just met there.
Oh, okay, we met there.
We met there in the
I
parking
have a
lot.
bar in my center console. I don't drink.
Did you
but
not
I
drink
had
then?
Everclear. I didn't drink then either. I haven't drank for fucking however old my daughter is.
Oh, okay.
12 years. 12 years I haven't drank. So I have Everclear in there. I got fucking tequila. I got all this shit in my
For
center
everyone
console
to go crazy. Yeah.
for the bachelor party.
Yeah.
His mom shows up and demands to come with us. Not just demands, but wants in my fucking truck.
Because you have the alcohol.
Because I got the. She doesn't know I have the alcohol. No one knows I have this alcohol until we start going.
Oh no.
I didn't want anybody to know because then I expected people
Right.
to try and jump in my truck, and I wanted him in my truck to get him fucking wasted.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing shots. I have never seen someone hit an Everclear bottle. Have you ever done Everclear?
No.
That shit'll clear your whole brain, like
I did
just
it
of thought and everything.
Once and never again. I did it sophomore year in high school. And
It was fucking horrendous.
bad.
And she is.
I'm not surprised.
She's hitting the bottle. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I drank before, and that was nuts.
Yeah.
That'll take your breath away.
Yeah.
It's like moonshine,
Yeah.
basically.
I've never tried it.
rubbing alcohol.
But we hit a couple strip clubs. Me and him hit the gay one on the way too.
Oh, there you go.
So
We did.
what we hit, what was like Velvet. There's the Velvet one,
Silverado.
and then so there was one that was kind of like a gothic one, had
In-
like punk chicks and
In
shit.
Portland?
Yeah, and then we're walking to Rogue,
Yeah.
and on the way to Rogue is Silverado. It's a gay club. He's all,
yeah. I've
"It's a
been to
gay
some.
club. Let's go to this." No, everyone's all butthurt. I'm not going in there, but I'm like, I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Of
let's
course
go.
Tyler would go in.
We walked in. We're there for what, like 2 minutes, and then we're like, all right, let's get
Let's
the
get
fuck
out.
out of here. Yeah, I want to see
Just
some titties.
penises everywhere.
Yeah, because I think we were all just trying to be kind of funny.
Right.
I was surprised at how homophobic everyone else was about it. Like, it's a
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah.
They're entertaining.
Yeah.
Look, no big deal.
But so then we ended up at Rogue. And,
Like the brewery?
No.
No.
That's a strip club?
It's a strip club,
Oh,
yeah.
I never heard that one.
It was all right. I was waiting all night for one
I
stripper.
heard. Oh, you knew them.
No. I saw her and I was like, I want a
I
lap
want
dance
that
from that one.
There's. What is this? I think it's. There's some strip club over by like Mall 205.
Not anymore.
You know
I
what
know
I'm
which one you're talking about. The Jack Shack? Yeah, dog.
I don't know. It's supposed to be like
18 and over.
real good.
Juice
And
bar?
they'll fuck you. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
maybe that's why people. It's closed
It
down.
was called the Sugar Shack. And yeah, people
They
go
closed.
there and they'll. It's not only closed down, it's been bulldozed. Like all
Oh
that
shit! It's
Yeah,
gone,
yeah.
gone.
Yeah, but I mean, I went when I was like fucking 18.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I went for my bachelor party. We went there, and then we went to. I was fucking 18, 19 when I was.
Dang.
So we had to go to Jiggles in Tualatin,
Jiggles.
too.
That's all right off I-5.
I was fucking hammered.
Jiggles. I've been to
So
Jiggles.
drunk. But yeah, so Rogue sucked. He had a great time. He like is drunk.
Did he get tons
What?
of dances?
He forced us all to buy him one. Each one of us.
You all got
I mean, I don't care. I was gonna, but like it's almost,
Javier from Cinetopia, he was just throwing money out.
He was- yeah.
Ali.
he should not have been in that strip club. Whoever, the Hispanic guy, right?
Yeah.
he was just tossing out way too much money. I was like,
It was great. I mean, yeah. It was
For
and then
you.
and then he's like, "You're gonna buy me a lap dance." So each person, he'd go get a lap
What
dance,
a
come
jerk.
back. Now you're gonna buy me a lap dance, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
What a jerk.
It's like $40.
My
It's not
mom
a big
came
fucking
with.
deal. Yeah, I
How
think he was really just
awkward.
trying to. She's there the whole time, bro.
She's there the whole time.
It was nuts. It was not okay.
Yeah, that's
And then
a
I
lot.
waited for like almost the whole night, and then this little Asian chick I wanted a show from, she finally came out. I don't know where the fuck she was at, but she was in a bad mood. And I finally got her to give a lap dance, and I was like, dude, this is kind of lame. Like, I think I want to be done. And she's like, oh, you're
You
not
said
getting
that
your
to
money
her?
back. Yeah. She's like, well, you're paying for the full dance well, and started yelling at me. I was like, well, then fine, just finish it. And so she finished it, but it was
Not
one
the
of the
best.
worst lap dances I've ever had in my life. And
Oh no.
But you wanted her.
yeah, I hate strip clubs. Strip clubs are so stupid. Like, why am I going to go there, get as hard as I possibly can, and go home and handle that shit myself? What the fuck is this? You're all sluts. Just fuck me. You know? Like, why not, right?
Wasn't
Like,
it
just-
illegal?
Sure. What is it?
In the building,
In the building? I don't know, but
after hours.
yeah, I don't know.
A lot of them are like married and have kids and just trying to make a living.
I'm not married. Probably a big
Maybe not
a
married,
big
but
stretch. I don't know.
okay, maybe not
They
married.
definitely got children.
But
most
they
of
have
those.
children.
Which is funny. My buddy of mine was trying to get me to be a bodyguard at a strip club.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah. So
Oh, God. Are you
I was
gonna do
thinking
it?
about it. Well, just because like December was dead,
Yeah.
I was gonna do it for like December, January, February, just
Yeah.
for fun, right? I've
Right.
always wanted to
That'd
do
be
it.
kind of entertaining.
Yeah, but some people really didn't want me to do it, and then
Yeah.
this guy just never ended up calling me back.
Yeah.
Like, not my buddy. He's still trying to get me to do it, but
Yeah.
the owner.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. That would have been entertaining, though. You'd have some good stories.
Why don't, you know, I could see you like maybe starting yourself an OnlyFans during your slow times.
So I tried to start an OnlyFans as soon as I got divorced, and the verification process just will not let me.
Mm.
What
It
did
won't.
you want to do OnlyFans on?
On what?
What do you mean?
Me?
Like, what were you going to do on it?
Fuck people. Or myself.
Yeah.
Well, can't you do...
You can do anything.
You can't, like...
I mean,
Okay, so you've met me.
Right.
The better question is, what wouldn't I do
Yeah, that's true.
on this OnlyFans?
Nothing.
I mean,
It's not much.
Not
if
much.
girls can get 10 grand to spin on their feet or whatever, I mean, Tyler can come up with something to get some money, I would imagine.
It'd probably be a lot of gays. But I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll shake my wiener at you. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know? Paying me for a pic of my wiener, calling out their name.
GrizzlyBearsOnly.com.
Yeah. I'm definitely a bear. And I'm one of the hotter ones because I'm big, too. Like, I'm strong.
So the gay men are attracted to you?
Oh, there's a lot of gay men that are attracted to me, yeah. It's a thing.
It's a
I'm
thing?
a bear.
Yeah.
You have to turn him down, huh?
See, Dugo
Dugo would have loved
would
him.
have been all over him.
I don't know who Dugo is,
He was
but I'm
pa-
sure he
He
would
was
have.
a pastry chef at the casino.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would have.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
would have been all over him, but yeah.
It's funny, you'd think the fat, hairy thing like turns a lot of people down, but
No.
I found out that women really enjoy it.
Maybe that's why
They really
I
do.
landed Amanda.
You know, someone said, I never told you this,
Uh-oh.
at my job that I left right when I was about to have our son, one of my coworkers saw a picture of us, and this was, mind you, he was still fat,
All right.
and he looked at me and he was like, wow, you're a chubby chaser.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
never heard that
But
term
like
before.
you're not though, right? Wasn't the one before this an athlete?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
All
he
of
was
them.
heavy
Hockey
though.
Player.
Was he fat?
No,
Oh yeah, I
He
guess
was
that guy
just
probably
stocky.
was heavier. Yeah.
Was he?
Stocky, yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like
but I had never like heard that term before.
you've never heard that.
A chubby chaser?
So,
Uh-uh.
so the thing is too, I feel like
Don't mess up my
chubby,
book.
chubby men for sure should be coveted.
Yeah.
You don't want this rock hard dude. Like, no one wants to cuddle with that guy.
Right, you want to be able to like
Snuggly uppies.
Get in there.
Yeah, like get on it.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm an amazing cuddler.
But not be like 500 pounds of just straight rolls either.
Well, when you
Like,
get to a
that's
certain
little
fat,
bit-
you're also firm again, right?
Yeah.
Like this fat I have is soft. There's muscle underneath it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's not like just I'm filled in with just fat.
Right.
Those guys are gross.
Yeah.
But
Now, Amanda's a stay-at-home mom.
yep.
Is that the baby?
That is a baby.
Oh, she's awake.
She'll probably go back to sleep. I'll just bring it a little bit closer.
Okay.
She'll go back to sleep.
So Amanda's a stay-at-home mom. Like,
I
there
had
is a market for stay-at-home moms on OnlyFans.
Okay, so
Doing
here's
what? I have kids with me all day.
you got time to masturbate. There's plenty of time for that shit, and
On
people
a
will pay
camera
you to do that.
let people watch me?
It'd be much harder than just doing it normally. Just have your tripod already set up. You're good to go.
There's money.
You're gonna tell me you would not be upset if I did that.
Okay, so here's the deal. I heard this thing, right? And it was like, these OnlyFans girls. I'll never do OnlyFans now. I just won't.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of those things about, like, you're kind of giving away anything a man would ever want. Right? Because part of being with a woman is like, this is mine. Right? Like, like even if men see her like randomly or whatever, right? Or have had sex with her or whatever, she's still yours. But if you're on OnlyFans and like you're married, like you're now giving it to whoever the fuck
Whoever
wants
the heck
it.
wants it, right?
Right, even if you're not fucking them,
Right.
like
Yeah,
what is
I don't
to
want
be hung?
that.
Right.
Then
I
why
don't
do you
care. I
always
don't-
talk about it?
Because once in a while, when like we want something, like we want do a home project, man, that extra money would be nice.
Yeah, yeah.
But do you want that extra money from that?
I mean,
Well, so I also do feel like if you were to do an OnlyFans like together, that's also different.
Right. That'd
Right?
be
Like people watching us fuck is a lot different than people watching you fuck.
Right.
Right? Like that's different.
Yeah.
Because then people would be watching like you guys together, right?
Not. Yeah.
Yeah.
and we're, as Tyler knows, super exciting.
Yeah. Woohoo!
This poor woman. She has sat there like a fucking star-studded child on the floor, cross-legged, asking me questions before. And I'm sitting here just trying to answer as honestly as I can to this fucking dude who will just not do anything that she wants.
I try.
Trying isn't just getting a butt plug and trying to shove it in. That's not trying. Trying is figuring out what would be necessary to get a butt plug that size inside of
Yeah,
your
that
woman.
was big.
Was it?
I made the same mistake.
still struggle. Butts are made for poop.
They're not, though.
But they are.
That is one of their many facilitates.
I don't know.
I don't know if that was the right word either, but
I don't think
okay.
it
Well,
was.
then a penis is only for pee. So is a vagina. A vagina is for
Well,
peeing
no.
and birthing.
Well, I mean,
Mic drop.
There's a
your
G-spot
penis
in my
has the
butthole.
little hole for your pee hole.
Well, then
but
why
your
is there-
actual penis.
There's a G spot in my butthole. Why is that there if it was not meant to be tickled?
I'm
to
talking
be
about
played
my
with.
butt. I'll do it to his.
Your butt, you have a thin wall between your pussy hole and your butthole, right? If you play with them both at the same time, I can almost snap with a finger in each one. You know what I mean? Like, it's that thin.
Oh God, what's happening?
So it needs to be played with as well. All of it.
You were right. There's no censor.
There isn't. There never is. So the thing I feel like, if you're with somebody, especially long term, every single possibility should be explored. Like, I feel like I should know every nook and cranny of your body, even if it's only a few times, right? And then he sits here and says that, but won't let you stick a finger in his ass,
Right.
Like a fucking pussy. Pardon the pun here, but yeah, he needs a finger in his butt. We'll get you a little dildo. It'll be
Okay,
fun.
I want to say you just said like a pussy,
Yeah.
referring to him being like weak and.
Uh-oh. Right.
Is she really gonna go here? Right
I
now?
really said it so I could say, pardon the pun.
No,
It's like
I am
finger
going
his,
to go there.
finger his butthole.
You're gonna
Because
go
to be
there?
honest,
I'm
not,
fine with it.
I'm not a crazy feminist at all.
Right.
But our vaginas are like gold.
Oh,
We do a lot of
There we
shit
go.
that's powerful with that vagina.
Okay, when you say that, are you saying birthing?
Heck yeah.
Okay, absolutely. So, you know what I
So
heard?
to then call someone a pussy as in weak, like, well, actually, that should be a
She's
compliment.
really going here.
Well, so anything that's attached to a pussy would be a woman, right? And women are generally known to be soft and cuddly and very nice and lovable, right?
Right.
So men seem to enjoy feminizing other men to put them down. Because men are supposed to be men, stoic and strong and
Right.
all the things that are basically opposite of woman, which is why a man should be with a woman.
Right.
Because they're opposites.
They're opposites.
And they create a whole, right?
Right.
So that's what that's about.
Okay. Fair enough.
So, you know, what I heard the other day, which fucking blew my mind, was it a womb is one of the, it's like one of the most, what did he say? He used a great word, but it's one of the best things in the entire universe. It
A womb?
literally pulls life from wherever the fuck we're pulling it, creates an entity, and then gives it life.
Gives it to the world. Mm-hmm.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
So for people who are like beating women or saying women are less or anything of that nature, they're pretty fucking stupid. Like, because without women, we'd be nothing.
I don't know how you guys would survive sometimes.
We'd kill each other pretty quickly. Well, we'd kill each other, or if we still procreated by fucking each other, we'd probably still be doing a lot of that. I mean, if there was no such thing as being gay, if just dudes fucking each other made babies, there would just be... I don't think we'd be able to kill each other fast enough.
I don't think,
With how much we'd be fucking each other.
It's a lot of fucking.
This is like Howard Stern.
I guess.
Like, I feel like a man needs to take his shirt off.
Wow.
What?
I mean, do what you gotta do.
Howard Stern. Like that. This is the next thing that Howard Stern would ask.
I saw on the Howard Stern show some porn star bleaching her butthole. I saw that. Because everybody's butthole is brown. You know what I mean?
Right.
So she like bleached her butthole to make it
white?
like lighter. Like match her skin tone.
Have you been to a ping pong show?
Ping pong show.
Thailand.
No.
It's a Thailand thing.
No.
Have you?
No.
We got tattoos in a shop right below a ping pong show.
So we looked at their
What is a
menu.
ping
It's
pong
pretty
show?
crazy, actually. So it's like a...
So instead of ordering food,
It's like a strip club, and when you go in there, you sit at like a bar, and they give you a menu, and then a woman comes up in front of you, and you have all these things to like choose from for her to essentially like shoot out of her vagina.
Nice.
And like, so you can get like a goldfish, like she'll shove it up there,
live goldfish,
and then shoot it into like your beer cup.
Nice.
Isn't that wild?
Well, is she making it every time? I'd want some accuracy.
I don't know.
and ping pong and
You
darts.
can do it like the list goes on of things that these girls shove up
She'll
there.
blow a balloon up for you. You can tie a little knot in it.
It's wild. You should check it out if you're ever in Thailand.
That's cool. Yeah. I don't know if that's specifically what I'd be headed there for, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It
I
could be
went for the food.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Not
that's
the
the
ping
other
pong
thing
show.
I would do.
Yeah.
Not the lady boys.
Not the lady boys.
Not the
Lady
lady
boys,
boys.
yeah.
This really took a turn, this conversation. We were talking about...
It really has.
How we met, and now
How we
we're
met.
talking about ping pong shows.
Yeah, sluts.
Yeah.
Anyways, and Alex. Yeah, so...
Oh yeah, it all started with Alex.
Right,
Full
so
circle
Alex
here.
sucks.
Alex sucks.
I hope she listens.
Anyways,
and knows
yeah,
that I hate her.
we met, we started dating. I was very persistent.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I really didn't. Long story short, I really didn't want him.
And yes, I started seeing her before I was divorced. And for almost
a year.
As you know,
Right.
these things take time
Yeah.
to be finalized.
So he used to
It took a
tell
long
me.
time.
He used to tell me like the divorce has started. We are separating. She knows the divorce is coming. And half the time, like I didn't believe him. I just like, oh, you're just fucking with me. You just want to get in my pants.
But you didn't stop anyways.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, we were
Which
together.
is why it makes me a horrible person.
We were
Doesn't make
together,
you a
what,
horrible
9
person.
months before the divorce, or a year before the divorce was final?
You can't count being together while you're still living with someone else.
Were we sleeping together?
Were we living
If
together?
you're touching willies, you're together.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Touching Millie. Well, you also were kissing Alex on Christmas.
It was all a show for the
Yeah,
family.
whatever.
Yeah, I've been there. That was terrible.
So, I don't know. Eventually, one thing led to another, and
He finally came through on his promise.
I finally...
You know the Battleground house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already told you.
Yeah.
He fucking sold the house. Yes, he knows the Battleground house.
Yeah, I sold it. For
Yeah.
people
Tyler
who-
sold
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler sold the house. She took me there
When it was empty.
to christen the house
Before him and Alex
before it was
even
even
moved
built.
It was still
me
being
and Alex
built.
bought the house together. She picked me up from my house,
in. From your work.
from my work, with a case of cider, and took me there. The house wasn't. We hadn't closed on the house. The house was still being built. We broke in because she wanted
The door was unlocked.
We broke
We
in.
didn't break in.
It was not
That's
my
breaking
house.
in.
It's
Yeah.
not my house. You're gonna walk into the neighbor's house and say, "Oh, the door was open, so it doesn't count as trespassing." No, it wasn't my house. You
Well,
guys
we didn't
thought-
break a window or anything.
So you guys were together before you even moved in with her in that house?
Yeah.
No.
Well, if the house wasn't even built yet, then yeah, if you fucked in it
Yes.
before she got there,
The toilets were in the living room still.
where'd you guys have sex?
Right there on the living room floor. They had just put new carpet down.
Nice.
It was cozy carpet too.
Who was on the bottom?
Both of us at one point, I think.
Ah, nice. What a sweetheart.
But-
At least you're not lazy.
Me and Alex moved into that house knowing that, and I knew, and she knew that we christened it before me and Alex.
But Alex didn't
which we
know.
did. I don't think
Alex didn't know.
Alex-
Alex didn't know about me.
Like at all?
Well, a week
At the end, I think she like kind of had like a feeling, but
so
I
one.
don't know. It seemed like she was pretty done with a lot of the things he told her, so she kind of buyed his lies.
And then a week after, she came back to grab some stuff, and Amanda was over at the house after we had finally split
But
up.
she knew I was there
Yeah, she knew.
because she wanted to come see Sage and Lacey, or something like
I think
that.
she took them to the park or something, right?
Yeah, she like wanted to come take the dog somewhere, and you're like, "Well, Amanda's here," but she came over anyway.
It was like a week later. Yeah.
But
And it was really
I
funny,
felt
too.
really guilty during
I
that.
took
whole
it back. So when we had those late night games at the park,
Yeah.
at Providence Park, I would say, "Hey, I'm sleeping over at Elliot's house or whoever's house,"
Let's go stay with her.
and really we get like a hotel room or something. I brought my backpack home and it had like these little handcuffs and all a bunch of other random stuff in it. And I left them in the backpack, and Alice went to do my laundry, and she found handcuffs and a few other little knickknacks in there.
Okay.
And she's like, "Do you want to explain these?" And I said, "Yeah, I took those just to fuck with Elliot while he was sleeping or whatever." And
She believed it.
She believed that.
Yeah, but I would believe it.
You would believe
I
that?
would believe he would do something like that. Yeah.
Right. Like, it is believable
I would
coming
believe
from
he'd
him.
do some dumb shit like that. Yeah.
That's true. There are just a lot of little things that, like, we almost could have gotten caught, and he came up with some story, and...
Yeah. I mean, but then she saw pictures of us and other
Well,
things.
when she moved on quick, too. Like, she's been with someone now
Probably just as long as we've been
almost
together.
as long, yeah. And I think she's pregnant.
Is she?
Yeah. She popped up on, you know how your Facebook, like, mutual friends? Well, she's still friends with, like, I think your godparents or something. And so she popped up on my thing, and I was like, "Oh, Alex." So I
Does she
clicked
still have
on.
my last name?
Yeah, they're engaged, and she's pregnant.
She kept your last name?
Yeah.
Mine did too.
Is it still my last name?
Yeah.
Dang. Guy dodged a bullet without.
Yeah,
I
because
really-
you guys weren't using protection.
We were not preventing.
Can you imagine if you had a baby with her?
That would have been my death sentence, huh?
Yeah, you'd have been fucked.
That would have
This
been
wouldn't
bad.
have worked out as well.
Okay, I have to see where I
Because
saw
you'd have
it.
like an 8-year-old by now, right?
Yeah, it was
At least.
2015.
Yeah, that's 8.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up on 9.
Okay, I'm trying to find the picture. Yeah, here you go. Her and her, whatever they are.
Let me see.
Oh, dang.
Did she upgrade or downgrade? Well, I think anything besides use an upgrade, but
He's not bad.
let me see.
Dang. Oh, man. Nipping and everything in there.
Oh, he's not bad at all. She is so ugly. I dislike her thoroughly.
You know, I remember when I first met Scott, he
I
was
should
like,
tag her in it in this post.
let me see.
Looks like she's got a shower.
Maybe it was raining.
Looks like my ass.
Dang. Well, that's nice. That's really nice. Good for her.
But they've been together, like, right after similar timeline.
Maybe she's just waiting to change her name until like she gets married again.
That's not uncommon.
Is it? No.
My mom still has the last name of my stepdad
Damn,
from like.
she's friends with several people from.
Okay, we'll do this later.
Yeah, she's friends with. She has a lot of mutual friends with me still. Damn.
That's why she popped up on my thing. So I was like, I had to click on her. I can't not click on her name. You know, as a girl, you like to stalk other people.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's how me and Amanda met. And we've been together almost 8 years. Have 2 awesome kids. We've traveled the world together. I proposed in the ocean in Mexico with great whites all around us.
He took the easy way out, so he didn't have to say anything.
You know, how many
He
guys...
just had to hold up a sign underwater that said, "Will you marry me?"
How
Which
many-
was very cute and very sweet, and I loved it, and I cried. But I was like, you didn't have to say anything.
But how many guys
There was no,
propose
like, this is
in
how
a
much I love you.
Great white shark
No,
tank.
I'm on his side on this one. There's no way you're pulling me to your side. He's got sharks and shit around, and at least he pulled out the sign. He could have
He
just
used
held
a
out
plastic bottle cap, and it was really cute, and it said, "Will you marry me?"
You
and
know, the caps, like the 1 gallon ranch dressing container, something like.
Yeah.
like the white cap, he wrote on that, had it, and then well, so here's how it went down. So we were shark diving, and there were 3 cages, and we were in one of them, and we came out, and they told us that, like, one of the cages was broken and needed to be fixed, so we could, like, go in the other cage if we wanted to. So I was like, well, that's kind of weird, but okay. So we go in the cage. Well, little did I know it's because he had this whole thing planned, and they, like, had it planned to have all these other divers in the other cages with cameras taking pictures of us and taking video of it.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah, like, see, that's why he's so, like, he's such an asshole, but, like, who goes to the extent and does that?
That was a very,
Not
very
many men
expensive
do
trip.
that.
Yeah.
Not many men would do that.
Right.
And that is one thing of, like,
And it
he's
wasn't
very-
after 6 months.
he's
how
very,
long,
very
how long were we
thoughtful.
together?
Oh, I
We
approved.
were like
3 years?
3 or 4 years.
I approved all of those decisions.
Yeah.
Especially her. She's cool.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
good egg.
Yeah. I almost threw my engagement ring at my ex.
Oh.
I was so fucking pissed. I took her out to the Hilton and like got us a nice hotel room. We ordered steaks in, champagne.
This was when you
all
proposed?
that shit. Yeah. And she was like, "Oh, it's our anniversary, you know. I really thought you were gonna propose today, and like this is fucking bullshit. Like, how long do I have to wait for us to get married?" Like like she starts yelling at me, and I'm like, "Then fucking take it, then. Here you go." And I just threw it to her, and she like, "Oh my god, you did it!" I'm just so
You were
pissed.
so mad.
I'm
Way to
like, this
ruin
is
the
so
moment.
fucking lame, dude. Like, so she took all these pictures, and I wouldn't be in any of her pictures because I was so fucking
Because you were
mad.
so mad.
Yeah.
You gave in. You should have stayed firm on that. Like, no, sorry, I'm not ready yet. And then surprised her.
Well, what she wanted was me to do it in front of it. She complained at how I did it too because she wanted it in front of everybody. When I was like I
Like
just
at
was trying
dinner?
to be sweet. I like very personal things,
Right.
Where like I'm not thinking about a crowd and all that other shit.
Right.
I'm thinking
Not
about how
you and me.
yeah, like that's all I care about.
Yeah.
But she
I
definitely
don't
wasn't
need the
like
whole
that.
world to see it.
Yeah, she sucked. She did a few things like that really sucked.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah,
kids.
we moved from Portland to Seattle. We took the Snoqualmie casino job. She was
Working at the prison.
working at the youth prison.
What the fuck were you doing there?
That was what I did while I lived before I had Jackson. That's a whole
Were
nother.
you a guard?
No, I was a rehabilitation counselor.
So basically, all
so-
these little 15-year-old boys were trying to jerk off on you the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of love letters.
Nice,
The
Yeah.
pages stuck together.
nice.
I got a couple hate letters of like I'm gonna like slit your throat and kill you.
Well, yeah,
but
that's
I was a lot
expected.
of love letters. No, I did. I worked in the drug and alcohol unit, and my caseload was she's sleeping was kids who were on suicide watch that had some kind of an addiction. And then I would be their counselor. But then when I wasn't counseling, I just worked like in the unit as a regular staff, taking them to school, taking them to the gym, giving them dinner, making sure they're not fighting, making sure they're not.
Like, how old are these kids?
12 to 18.
Nice.
It was actually fun. I really miss it, actually.
Yeah?
I miss it a lot. I definitely want to, once I go back to work here, in a few years, once
they both start going to school?
Yeah. Definitely want to get back into that.
So school, I feel like when I had my kids, right, school was like awesome. Because
once
then
they go
we could,
to school?
yeah, because then we could both get jobs.
Yeah.
We could really start living life.
Yeah.
Instead of being paycheck to paycheck. And
Right.
all that other shit. And then you get a break.
Yeah. The break, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, but then it's also then like everyone says that, and then they go to school, and then you miss them, and you're like, oh, I want you to be little again.
Nah. I got plenty of my kids, man. Like, I'm very there, so I'm always there for anything and everything, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard. Parenting is hard. It's.
Yeah, we were talking about that, me being I feel like I probably am a little bit of a helicopter parent, a little over.
Mm-hmm.
You have babies, though.
But it's, when you have babies, they need that. You can't, I can't let him go run out in the damn street. He doesn't know better.
Right.
A 16-year-old knows better.
We're not talking about running out the street, but like.
No, but like,
Even
if
just hitting
Jackson
their
goes
head
outside,
on the
it's
table.
like, Justin, like, go keep an eye on him. And he's like, oh, he's fine. But it's like, well, it wouldn't take much for him to just slip out the gate and run
Boys
into
will
the
be
street.
boys, you know?
Yeah, until he's dead in the street.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not with you on that one, but yeah.
And so it's like, it's just that kind of stuff where he's always like, oh, they'll be fine. And it's like, he's 3. He's not 10. He's 3.
Well, and it could be little things. Like he went on the swing and fell off the swing.
Right.
He's got a broken arm and you have
Right,
no idea.
and we're not out there.
Right.
Right. Like, and that, that's scary. So.
Like, I mean, my 15-year-old can definitely just, like, break his arm, walk back to the house.
And tell you, right.
And let me know what's going on and all that other shit, but.
No,
yeah.
it's, I feel like when they're little, like, you have to be a helicopter parent.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're going to move away to college with them. That's, like, the extreme.
Yeah.
But.
I definitely want him to move out.
Yeah.
I'm definitely down. I'll be 40 when I'm done.
Yeah. How old are you now?
Awesome. I'm turning 34 in February.
Okay.
So that's not bad, man.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
No. Yeah, so I don't know. I think is too relaxed with the whole, they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
And it really pisses me off.
Because
then it comes across as like he doesn't care. Even though I know it's not that he doesn't care, I know he cares.
I think it's also a dad thing, too. Like
they just think they're going to be fine.
He's going to fall off this thing. And you're like, get him, he's going to fall. And I'm more like, yeah, he is.
But he's going to be fine.
He's going to learn. And yeah, he's not going to die.
Right. He'll.
Right?
Yeah.
But like, moms
and me,
are very
I want
like,
to try to
"Stop it."
protect
Yeah,
that. Yeah. And he's like, well, did you learn something?
Yeah.
Which is true, and like to an extent, like I appreciate that. It's good to have the balance.
Yeah.
But I just have to,
Yeah, could you imagine if we were both like me or if we were both like you? We'd be raising a pussy or we'd be raising a complete badass. Like,
Or a dead child.
or a dead child.
Or a dead child. But there's a good mix of both. But
Our kid's pretty tough. I beat on him.
So he's a good kid. I like him. I'm having fun with him. I
He-
don't enjoy little children that much anymore.
right.
I just don't. It's a different type of parenting that I'm just over.
Well, and I think it's hard. I don't know if I'm just weird, but sometimes I really struggle with other people's little kids.
Yeah.
Like,
Because they're not as well behaved as mine. You know?
or it's like if I see another, even like a friend, like a close friend, her kid, if they have a booger, I'm like, oh, like, get away from me. Whereas my kid, I'm like, here, wipe it on my sleeve. Give me, like, I'll use my finger. But then other kids, I'm like, oh, like, don't touch me.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, Amanda, don't be so fucking rude. Like, that's a
I
2-year-old.
also have a really hard time picking up like little babies.
Yeah.
Like newborns, like still wobbly and shit.
Got their heads
Like
all
I'm just
going.
like, I'm gonna break your fucking baby.
Right.
Like take it back.
Take it back.
Well,
And really, those things are. I mean, you should have seen. So my Addie was a C-section,
okay.
and we had one of the nurses like stood behind the doctor and like recorded the whole thing, which is like.
Why?
I wanted it recorded.
Oh, okay.
I know it's kind of weird, but I can watch her whole birth now. But it's crazy, like when they like cut me open, the hole, like it's such a small hole, and when they pull her head out, like, oh, I think this is what I was gonna say. Was you said babies are wobbly, but like they yanked on her head so much, and I was just like, gosh, it's a baby, like be careful. But then it's like they're actually so tough.
Yeah.
Like you
Especially
can't break
baby
them.
babies?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
like
can't break them.
You can. They'll fall hard, and they won't even break a bone. They'll just
No,
like.
yeah. Like
Yeah,
I couldn't
bounce.
believe
They're not
in the
malleable, yeah.
video how hard he was yanking her neck to get her out of me. I'm like, you're gonna pull her head off like a Barbie doll. Just pop it right off.
Yeah.
But she was totally fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So dads have some understanding of that kind of shit, and moms are still very, protect their baby and all
Yeah.
that other shit.
And I think you have to agree. I'm getting better with Jackson of like letting him like be like tough. But
That little fucking kid though whacks the shit out of you. You
And
gotta
he
stop
does
him
nothing
from doing
about
that.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta step up
don't
a
say
little and be like,
yeah.
kick him or some shit.
Like
Yeah.
you gotta teach him. Like it's one thing coming from me, like don't hit your mom, but like as dad to boy, you gotta like, you don't hit your mom.
Whoop his ass.
You don't hit women.
Right.
You don't
But
hit.
don't whoop his ass too much, because then she'll get mad regardless. She'll get mad if you don't do it, and she'll get mad if you do it too hard.
I get mad when you do it really hard. I know. I'm sorry.
There's the balance.
It's like one of those things where it's like I can whip his butt, but when he does it, I'm like, oh my baby, you're gonna make him cry.
That's what he needs, though.
And then I hate seeing him sad if it's not from me. As twisted as that is.
It makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
But if someone else makes him cry, then my heart breaks. And I don't know if it's, I don't know. Do you feel like you had like a weird attachment to your firstborn versus your second?
So the firstborn, I feel like we were way more careful. We like washed the binky every time it fell, like all that other shit. Whereas like her, it
You're
fall in
like
the
it-
dirt. We're like,
Right?
wipe it off,
You're
put it in her
good.
mouth. Yeah, like so she was a little more durable. But I also realized, I always said, no matter what they are, I'm gonna treat them both equally. And no,
You don't.
not at all. My boy is my boy. I want him to be strong and powerful and
Right.
be a protector and protect himself and take care of everybody around him.
Right.
Whereas like my daughter, I could put on my shoulder for the rest of her life and
Yeah.
just like protect her from everything.
Right. Do you feel that way?
I feel like
I definitely see the difference in the way you hold your children. There's a difference. Like you see her, you want to like hold on to her,
Yeah.
play with her a little more.
But is that just because she's a baby, or is it because that's like your little girl?
I think it's a little girl.
It's
I
a
really
girl.
do.
Yeah.
And
there's
Jack,
nothing
I don't
wrong
have to
with it.
toughen her up because Jackson's toughening her up, So
Yeah.
like it's my job to toughen up Jackson because he doesn't have an older sibling.
Yeah.
But Addie, she's going to get sent through the gauntlet with Jackson.
I like the way I had mine too. You guys had them the same way.
Yeah.
Boy first, then girl.
And then girl.
I think it's gonna work out great.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys planning on having more?
Hell no.
Nope.
She's
Yeah.
tied up. She's done.
Yeah. I got snipped. I'm fucking done with that shit.
I mean, I can have more kids.
Good
Yeah,
luck
you
finding
could. Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
Good luck, God.
My
That'd be
fish
good.
will still swim upstream just fine.
Yeah, if they allow it.
I mean, they can swim.
I don't know. I think just sometimes I get this like, and it's not like an I love them different,
Yeah.
but it's like, I don't know how to explain this without sounding like
I
a
feel like that's
total-
an okay way to explain it. I love them equally with the amount of love I give them, but I love them different.
It's different, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like, and this is gonna sound really fucked up, but like, if both of my kids are on the floor crying,
You
I'm gonna sound
you
like an asshole.
gravitate towards
I go
Jackson.
towards Jackson first, and I don't know if it's like, but it's like not that I don't love Addie. obviously she's my little girl. But it's like, I don't know if it's like he's my firstborn. I have that like...
No, he's your boy. So it's the same thing.
And so it's just like,
I
he's
realize-
my boy, so I'm like, okay, are you okay? I don't know. I feel horrible
My
for even
son's
saying that out
definitely
loud.
closer to his mother, like by a lot, than he is to me.
He is.
We get pretty strained sometimes.
Yeah.
But my daughter is a little me.
Yeah.
And me and her are very close.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I know she's said a few times, she spent the night at my house just because she didn't want to see her mom.
Oh, really?
You know? Like, she just didn't want to be around her.
Yeah.
And so she's come over, and I'm like, I'm fine with it, but, like,
Right.
don't be an ass about it.
What's her name again?
Which one? Antoinette or Andrea? My
Andrea.
ex-wife is Andrea.
Andrea. Yeah, me and her were homies.
I mean, you call a Salvadorian Mexican to their face enough times, they definitely don't like you.
You know what? I think she's just putting on an act.
She's actually in love with you, probably.
That's what I'm really starting to think.
That makes sense. Yeah.
She's putting on a show for everybody, but secretly,
Yeah, she's
loves
in love
me.
with you.
Yeah,
She wishes it was you and not me. I get it.
probably.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
We're definitely playing. She hates him like a lot.
Yeah, she hates me.
Yeah.
Just because you're just racist?
It's well, the racist didn't help.
I'm
But
not
every
a
story
racist.
of, like,
My
me
best
working with
friend
him,
is Mexican.
She don't like the
Every
stories.
fucking day I'd come home with just like, dude, fucking Justin. All the time, dude.
Fucking Justin.
I
I hear
think-
that
I
all
think-
the time.
Yeah, the sleep when I slept in my car. That
On
didn't
my
help.
first fucking day. So
was
for some
tired.
context here, my first day at Urban Farmer, which is where we met, he's working 2 jobs. So my first day, he decides as soon as everybody leaves to go sleep in his car until 9 a.m.
While
or
he
what
was
is it,
supposed
like
to be
7
working?
a.m.? Yeah. He's supposed to be training me. And he went and slept in his fucking car, came back before the chefs got there, and then used my newness as his excuse of why nothing got done. When I'm up there
You
like,
did that?
oh, fuck yeah.
I was burning the wick at both ends.
He was definitely working 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah, but
like,
come on.
it was my first day, dude.
It's not safe to operate sharp objects or ovens
Right.
when you're sleeping, when you're tired.
So he gave me the list. I had to figure out, like, I don't even know what a fucking galette is. And that is a 3-hour fucking process by
Was
itself.
that Nick guy still there?
He was there. Yeah. He was your alternate. He was the one who was there instead of you when I was working. Because everybody has days off, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I worked a couple days with him, a couple days with you.
Did he train you?
He tried. He thought he was the fucking shit, and he sucked. He worked. He was like, I was the sous
the
at
king of graveyard.
what was it? P.F. Chang's. He was a sous at P.F. Chang's.
That place isn't bad.
Oh wow! But yeah, but now
But
you're
that's
doing
not
overnights
anything to gloat about. Yeah,
at a fucking hotel, so you can chill the fuck out, dude.
Yeah.
that's true. You're working graveyard.
I mean, yeah, the prep list at Urban Farmer Graveyard was, I mean,
It was
the
rough.
biggest project was galettes, but cutting fruit and,
I got good at that. And eggs,
yeah,
French toast batter, all that shit.
yeah. Oh, and then, by the way, you had to run all the room service orders.
Yeah, if
They
they had
came
an
in.
order.
All night.
All
Any
night.
order that came in, it came to us.
Oh jeez.
And as soon as we got there, the dinner cooks just wanted off the line.
Yeah, so we had to rotate in for them.
Yeah.
Finish up a happy hour service before we could even start what we're doing. So we're
And
on.
you were
Do
doing
you remember
graveyard?
Vincent?
Yeah, Vincent, the Asian dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know? Have you follow him at all?
I haven't found him again since, but he used to. He is the weirdest fucking dude. He would temp meat by sticking a pin in it, like a needle, like a big
And
ass
then
long
put it-
needle, and he'd rub it across his lip
What?
and then stick it in salt. So it's still sanitary, but that's how he told, like, if it was
ready or not?
like what temp it was.
So,
How can you tell by that?
The heat.
believe it or
It's
not,
very sensitive
How
right
hot
here.
it is?
Yeah.
this guy.
Are you looking him up?
No, I followed Vince for a while. This guy just won a James Beard Award.
The fuck is that?
Like that's like a national award. Like one of the he got Michelin star at the top. Like the
Yeah.
highest honor you can win as a chef.
So James Beard is pretty up there.
James Beard is like just a smidgen below that. Like Michelin's like a world-wide thing. I think James Beard is just United States. He just won Best Chef Northwest 2023. That is like hard thing to do. Owns his own restaurant called Burloo, in Portland, which is now Burloo Bakery. He switched it over to like a Vietnamese bakery. He's killing it, man. He is just...
Text me his fucking app.
He's... Yeah.
I'd love to see him again.
He's getting all kinds of...
I doubt he's going to fucking remember me.
He's getting all kinds of rewards and, like...
He was good at his job. He was definitely on the fucking steaks and shit. He was...
Yeah, I mean...
You gotta, he's the one who did this?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Damn, he had long-ass hair when I knew him, and he was in there in Vans and skinny jeans.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still rocking the skinny jeans, but damn, like, he's... Good for him. Like, it's hard to just get nominated for a James Beard Award. Name James Beard Award, let alone win it. Like, there's some really good chefs that don't even get nominated, but yeah, I mean, he was one of the cooler guys over there. There were some real assholes that worked there. Especially those dinner guys, because they would leave us the biggest mess. They just walk off the line.
They just leave. They're like, well, you're cooking. You got to finish cleaning this and this and that. That dude, he would fucking go on his hands and knees. He's short. So he would be up there cleaning everything. He would lay. You know, you have all the sixth pans for your station. He'd pull all that shit out, clean it out, de-ice it, lay in it, and then clean like the racks and shit above it from underneath. Like all the shit you wouldn't even think to do.
Think to clean,
Like he was
He'd
nuts.
scale up equipment and clean up in the hoods, and he's legit. But yeah, that was a long time ago. But so yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit of both our stories, and then your guys' story.
Well, yeah. It's been a ride for sure. Now we're off to our next adventure. So,
yeah,
good old Spokane Valley,
Idaho.
So are you allowed to
Idaho?
Are you allowed to say where you're going now yet, or?
I'm probably not going to say exactly where I'm going. I'm still, but not making it public yet. But we'll just say I've been given an awesome opportunity in Idaho. Really good team. All the chefs there have been there. Shit, I mean, 25 to 30 years. All of them. But they all started there when they were my age. I'm 32. Right. They all started there when they were my age. Now they're on the verge of like retiring. They raise their families working there. They all make really good money. Like it's really cool to be able to be part of that team because they're all super excited to have me over there.
I'm gonna have to come visit.
Yeah, it's
you're welcome anytime.
Thanks.
So we're just bought.
There will be snow there.
Yeah.
Oh, I will. Yeah.
I promise.
So we just bought another home there, and
you're gonna rent this one out. Hopefully,
we're gonna hopefully rent this one out
for $4,000 a month.
$4,000 a month. Yeah.
So I'll be selling this in February. Just let me know when you're sick of trying to rent it.
Right.
Yeah, maybe.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Definitely possible.
So yeah, we're moving at the end of January to go.
It just happened so fast.
Yeah, I mean, everything happened for a reason. Like I started interviewing for this job in October, like crazy. Like, and I didn't even apply for this job. A recruiter reached out to me, just said, "Hey, like, really like your resume, whatever." People get inquiries all the time, and I ignore them. I just ignore them. I didn't apply for one job while working at the casino. I never even humored anything just because I was really happy there. But they said Northwest, and I've only been in the Northwest, so I don't ever want to leave the Northwest. And one thing led to another, and we did a Zoom interview, and then I went out there and visited, and they treated the whole family, and took us to dinner and did some fun activities with us, and just really showed they gave a shit about like the family aspect, because it's hard to, as you know, it's like it's hard to balance being a chef and being a dad and being like all of the above, because it's such a demanding job.
Well, in most companies, as soon as you get on salary, will work you as much as you let them.
Yeah, exactly. And that was like one of my big questions, because I did have a good balance at the casino. Like I was able to work 8 or 9 hours and get out of there. I mean, yeah, there's days where you work longer, but you were able to kind of build your own quality of life. Like if you had to leave early for some, it was cool. If you had to, come in early and leave early or whatever it was, and that was one thing I asked during this whole interview process was like, and they're like, you know what? We never missed a baseball game. We needed to go here or do whatever. Like we were always able to go do it. I said, cool. Like I've heard enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, they offered the job and we're off and running. We bought a 1969 home, so we're doing a little bit of updating. Right off the bat, I need some fencing, some paint, some trim.
Good, gonna make some money on it then.
Hopefully, yeah. It's for a good price. I feel like we're feeling good about it. So, next adventure, take the kids, go raise them in a red state where they belong.
Oh, God. Just had to throw that in there, didn't you?
It's fine. I've had a lot of that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't drive down the road down there without seeing a Trump 2024 flag. We're gonna fit right in. We will fit right in.
Yeah.
She puts a filter on me. I have to watch what I say. I don't have to do that over there. No, I don't have to do that there.
This is an extremely blue state, which is why.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Especially King County. County, Clark County.
Clark's pretty bad too.
Multnomah
Clark's
County.
not as bad, and I only say that because Portland's across the bridge.
Right.
Because everybody who's fucking sick of Portland comes to Vancouver.
Yeah.
But then they start being like, fuck this, and start heading north and north and north.
Right.
To Cowlitz County and shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We're excited. We're very excited. So yeah, that's taking our 5 goats or 2 dogs or no one.
Maybe the bunny.
No, we're not taking the bunny. Fuck
we
that.
might.
No.
Maple deserves a good home.
Yeah.
We have to keep him.
No.
We're not getting rid of the bunny.
All right. Well, we'll kind of close this up.
What's our time? Where did we make it to?
Almost 2 hours.
Dang, it flew.
Yeah, it really does.
You're right.
You have some
We
good conversation.
could keep going.
Yeah, we could totally put this on another hour, but
yeah, we're not.
I found anything over 2 hours, people get a little.
People stop listening.
Yeah, they don't listen as much. So.
And I got 2 kids that are going to be up in 6 hours. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is Tyler Toby Townsend
and Justin
and Amanda.
and thanks for listening and.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it was
fun.
It was fun. If anyone listening, don't think of me any differently. I'm still the same person.
He's a good dude at heart.
Yeah.
Everyone who knows.
You just have to peel back a few layers,
He's like an onion.
and you'll find him.
He's
he
like
means
Shrek.
well. Yeah, he is like an ogre.
Yeah.
Just call you my.
Ugly as shit on the outside,
but he is.
but he's nice.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's all right. I landed a trophy wife, so I'm good.
I am not a trophy. Okay, that is insulting.
It's not insulting. That's a
Because I
compliment.
am 100% capable of working.
All right, we're gonna end this. You ready?